good. You're good.
You see that?
Hello, everybody. Jason Jones, The Athletic. Just wanted to ask both of you, just over the last 48 hours, how did you go about just processing the deal and your thoughts about joining this team?
I was traded earlier in the year, so I knew it was a business. I didn't know it was gonna happen or not, and so it happened. And I just adjusted. Got on the flight out here, the long flight out here, and it's just been meeting everybody, meeting GMs and the people that work in the back that people really don't know, and the players. Got to run them down today, so it's been good. It's been a good time since I got here.
Yeah, definitely. When I heard the news, I was excited to be with this group. We get a lot of young players. Definitely looking forward to helping them grow, helping them develop, helping this franchise win games, and I'm excited to compete.
Guys, this question is for both of you as well. What are your expectations coming here, seeing that, like you said, a young team and you want to help them compete? Have you been able to talk much with the other players? I mean, you guys just got here. How long will it take to acclimate?
I think the biggest thing is seeing the culture that's already here. These guys, they play hard, and that's rare for young guys as a collective to do that. So for me, I think the biggest thing is just trying to come in and just trying to compete, trying to help these guys win. In the middle of a playoff race, so that's exciting. Especially as a veteran player who's been to the playoffs. Trying to be a part of that again is a special thing. So that's the biggest thing that we're trying to do right now.
Yeah, I think basically what he said, Harrison said, I think we're just going to come here and try to play hard. It's just going to be an adjustment period, just bringing in 2 new players and a couple of players going out. But I think the way we play, the way they play, we play hard, fast, and we compete. And I think that, translate anywhere. So I think it'll be an easy transition.
You guys, welcome to Sacramento. Harrison and Alec also, can you guys just talk about your perception of the style of play here, the game they play, and how each of you might fit into that, what you can bring to this team?
I know, from my Utah days, play fast, play hard, try to get up and down, I know Willie personally, so I know how he plays, so just fast, young, athletic, they just play with each other and play hard for each other and compete, and I can fit into that.
The style they play is fast and free. With Fox leading the charge, him pushing up the floor. You got athletic bigs, and Willie, Marvin, Harry. You got shooters, Bogdan, Bielitsa, Buddy. So how we see ourselves fitting in is just trying to do a lot of those same things. Play fast, play free, move the ball, compete defensively, and hopefully we can give a boost to a team that's right there.
Harrison, yesterday when Vlade had his press conference, he kind of started off by talking about you being a part of the future and looking forward to possibly having that in the future for the Kings. How do you look at this situation? And I'd imagine that would be something you're open to.
Yeah, I think this is definitely an exciting opportunity. I'm glad to be here. Hopefully we can build some things here in the next 30 games that can give us a postseason berth, and we can build on the future going from there.
And then when you think about, first time being traded for you, the experience and all that, and then you look at what's around you, how much does it help that you kind of faced you haven't even faced this team this year? How much is it kind of, or actually you did get them one time, I'm sorry, how much does that kind of play a role, and you got to see them and take your biggest takeaway?
Yeah, I was just impressed by the poise and maturity that they had on the court. Like I said, to see a young team that plays that hard but also plays together. They beat us when I was in Dallas, and it was just the way they played. It was impressive. So to now be a part of this, to see it up close, talk with the coaches, talk with the players, it's exciting just to see the hunger that they have to win.
You guys both come from winning cultures in the past. Both of you guys have made it to the playoffs. How much do you think that's going to help this young group stepping into a locker room, especially after losing Amon Shumpert and sort of his veteran leadership?
I think it just help make winning plays and build a winning culture. I think me being to the playoffs, well, both of us been to the playoffs, we know what it takes to get there. How hard you got to work every day. You know how you got to be very prepared because you know when you get to the playoffs and that last week or two before everybody's trying to position themselves. So that's when you really got to get to stay to your roots and build your culture, your winning culture, so you can get to the playoffs.
Guys, you talk about playing free and easy. How much fun is it to play that style of basketball? Do you kind of just lick your chops and say, this is tailor-made for me?
I think anybody, it's always fun to play free and easy. It's always better when you win. And I think that, they've shown here that they can do that and win. So that's what makes it exciting. As veteran players coming in, you see the energy, you see the excitement just among the players, just in little things like shoot around and stuff like that. So I'm excited just to get on the court, tonight, go out there, play hard, compete, and start this thing off with a win.
Based on your conversation so far with the coaching staff, Harrison first, do you expect to play primarily 3 and some 4?
Right now, it'll probably be a combination of both. Coach still trying to figure out lineups. It's a lot to figure out all in 24 hours. So we'll just see how it goes and see what works.
Okay. And Alec, what about you? 1 and 2?
Just gonna be on the floor. Wherever happens on the floor. I think we are in this day and age of the league. Everything's positionless. So I feel like just as long as I'm out there, I can maneuver how I need to maneuver to help the team.
You've primarily played the 1 and the 2, right?
Over the course of my career, yeah.
You have pretty good length, though. Have you played any 3? Can you switch off on 3s at least?
Yeah, if we in a switching group, that switch, maybe me, Harrison, Buddy, we switching groups. So we'll just see how it works out, Like he says, man, 24 hours, so we'll figure everything out how it goes,
You guys have been in the league for a while, both of you. How much has the perception outside changed about the Sacramento Kings team and what they're doing here?
I think when I first got in the league, it was just all about the Marcus. When I was in Utah, it was all about the Marcus, what he was doing. He was playing great, all-star and all that. But the culture, the winning culture wasn't there all the way. So they rebuilt it. They got some great young players that's really hitting their stride and they're playing well together. And that's what I've seen today and yesterday since I've got here. That they're just trying to build a winning culture and starting with the young piece they got. And it's going great.
Yeah, now just, being a part of it, you just see that, everything they do is first class. Definitely have a lot of resources available to the players, big on player development, big on culture, and, just playing fast. So, looking at from where it was to where it is now, and since 7 years I've been in the league, it's kind of daylight and darkness.
You've been able to see, Harrison specifically, what it takes to sacrifice and to be part of a championship team. How do you impart that on young players that this is what you have to do in order to get to that next step?
The biggest thing is winning. When you're winning games and you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself, I think that's what makes everybody excited about being a part of it, excited about coming to work every day, excited about putting the work in and sacrificing for the guy next to you, knowing that you're playing for something. The opportunity to play in the postseason, the opportunity to advance and go farther. And that's, I think, what this group has. I think that's what's special, especially with a young group that kind of understands it right now. And hopefully the leadership and the veteran experience of myself, Alec, the coaches who have been there, can help these young guys grow and really get better.
Alec, you talked about knowing Willie before you got here. Do you guys have any preformed relationships with any of the players that are closer to that you're joining right now?
Yeah, I know Willie. Willie played on my AAU team, back when he was in high school. Well, not my AAU team, same AAU team I played for. So, we from around the same area. And I know little Buddy just actually, when I went to Colorado, I hosted him on his visit. I was around that. That was just crazy how it all worked out. He didn't go there, obviously, went to Oklahoma. But it's just how crazy how everything comes back around. But, yeah, I've been knowing Willie for some good time now.
I told De'Aaron today that this is just a team of guys that should have went to Carolina.
Man.
So I think one way or another, I know a lot of these guys. Been around them, competed against them. All great guys, all high character guys. So, definitely happy to be on a team with them.
How did Aaron react to that comment?
He didn't have flattering things to say, but we'll work on that.
Harrison, how you look back on Dallas, and what's the truth behind how you were told about the trade?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I want to thank, Mark Cuban, Coach Carlisle, the Dallas Mavericks for the opportunity to go and play there. I definitely learned a lot and was able to, kind of take the next step as a player, show I can produce at a high level. In terms of how the trade went about and me knowing and finding out, that's there's a lot there, but I'm just happy to be here in SAC, and I think that's where my focus is now, and especially on this game tonight against Miami.
Did you know during the game, or did you know before?
No, I didn't know it was going to happen like that.
When you think about, you guys were talking about postseason, you guys' playoff experience, it's been since '06, since the Kings have been in there. To be part of a group that could potentially put them over the top, how exciting is that?
It's definitely exciting. Just playing for one another and playing for something bigger than yourself is always exciting. Especially with this young group that's energized and likes to play with each other and have fun. And I think that's the most important thing at the end of the day. We all just go out there and play for each other and just see what happens at the end.
I think it's exciting, like I said, just to be a part of this group that is on the right track. We definitely want to come in and support and add and fill in the gaps where we can. We know that chemistry is there with the group in general. So just us trying to get acclimated, trying to get those game reps in with the guys and develop our chemistry is important, and we have to kind of be on the fast track with that.
And Alec, will he look a little different since AAU?
Look very, very different. Very different. Grown man now. That's what he is. He was a skinny little kid now. I mean, not little, 6'10", still 7 foot then, but just, he different. He grown man now. Nothing but respect for him.